Hello, defensive drivers. My name is Brett. If you're watching this video, then you're probably worried about your parents driving as they enter their senior citizen years. This is perhaps one of the hardest conversations to have with your parents because in their eyes, you're trying to take away their freedom and independence. And from your perspective, you just want them to enjoy retirement, to drive safely, and to not hurt themselves or anyone else in a potential collision. It's possible the conversation won't go well considering they were the ones that taught you to drive. And frankly, they might not appreciate the role reversal of you now trying to act like their parents. After all, as long as they have their driver's license from the state, they have the right to drive on the road. These discussions should be done with a lot of consideration because we know it's going to be emotional. And for that, we wish you the best of luck. So right now, we want to give you a few tools so that we keep this as objective and respectful a discussion as possible. We also have a Senior Driver Worksheet that we'll email you so you can have something to fill out together with your loved one. Now, let's go over some of the more common warning signs of aging drivers. Number one, how is their vision? Are they missing signs or other hazards on the road? Do they not want to drive at night anymore? Do they shy away from traffic or avoid certain routes? Number two, what about any physical limitations or mobility issues? Do they have difficulty turning their head or checking their blind spot? Has their reaction time gotten worse? Do they have a hard time making quick decisions? Number three, and perhaps the most important, how is their mental awareness? Do they get lost in places that they were previously familiar with? Are they missing exits or turns, or even forgetting the purpose of their trip entirely? Are they easily distracted on the road, or frequently hitting the rumble strips on the side of the highway? Are there any medications that are impairing their ability to drive safely? And number four is a mystery, meaning, hey mom, why is there a mystery dent in the side of your car? And she replies, what are you talking about? If their cars are getting mysteriously banged up, this could be a sign. Or are they getting frequently honked at while driving around? You might have also been given some feedback from friends, family, or neighbors about their driving. So please take these comments seriously. There's probably more to the story. Now, just one of these signs by itself might not mean that they need to hand in their keys right away. However, if there are multiple concerns, you might need to sit down with them and put a plan in place. Now, this plan should include making a list of concerns that you and your parents come up with and alternatives and possible restrictions if necessary. For example, we made our dad promise us that he wouldn't go on any more solo road trips after he fell asleep at the wheel and rear-ended someone while driving to his 60th class reunion, which happened to be 800 miles away in California, and he was trying to drive straight through. Seriously, Dad? So, if there are any concerns about your parents' driving ability, or maybe you're working with someone who may have lost their driving privileges for medical reasons, we can help. As a driving school, we offer a comprehensive evaluation for insurance companies, doctors' offices, or just concerned family members and caregivers. This is a 2-hour appointment that consists of a cognitive assessment, a vision screening, and an in-car driving evaluation. At the end of it, you'll receive a report of the assessment. Now, this is where we need to be very clear. This evaluation won't restrict or restore anyone's driving privileges. However, it does provide an unbiased report that can be used to make an objective decision about the driver's current capacity behind the wheel. The report can also be used by insurance companies or doctors' offices needing to clear someone to drive. If you're in Washington State, feel free to sign up for that and schedule the appointment through our website. Now, even if you aren't able to do a driving evaluation, it's still important to fill out the worksheet with your loved one. The conversation needs to happen and hopefully before a serious collision and not after. Now, the way we go about this needs to be careful and respectful because ultimately, unless the state takes away their license, they have the final decision on driving. So please print off our Senior Driver Worksheet and set up a time to go over it. It's tough for aging seniors to hear honest feedback, so here are a few things that'll help it go smoothly. First off, begin the conversation expressing your love and concern for their well-being. Use I statements to own your feelings and avoid sounding critical. For example, say, I'm worried about your safety on the road. Next, provide specific examples or incidents that have raised concerns about their driving. Focus on concrete observations rather than making general statements. In the Senior Driver Worksheet, they will also have a section where they list their own concerns. Now, this can help with some self-reflection. For example, if they're having trouble seeing late at night, then they will probably come to the conclusion on their own that maybe they should give up driving at night. Try to highlight the importance of safety, not only for them, but also for others on the road. Present alternative transportation options that can help them maintain their independence without the risks of driving. It's likely they've never even used an Uber or a Lyft on their own, or had their groceries or dinner delivered. So they might need you to put these apps on their phone and then walk them through the process. You can also come prepared with some alternative solutions from local transportation from the community. And try to frame this as a team decision that you both have a voice in. You also might want to include other family members, but be careful they don't feel ganged up on during these conversations. We found that it might be better to have one person take the lead on this, but keep the rest of the family in the loop, because they too will be sharing the responsibility of helping with rides. Highlight positive aspects of not driving, such as reduced stress, avoiding potential collisions, and the opportunity to relax while someone else takes the wheel. Propose a driving evaluation by a professional. This is where we come in. And please reassure them that a driving assessment can provide an objective perspective from a non-biased third party. Now, we know this is a hard conversation, and we want you to be well prepared. This is why we're going to send you our Senior Driver Worksheet so that you can fill this out together with your loved one. Our driver evaluation is just another step in this ongoing conversation, and we also need to be realistic in our expectations. Retirement from driving is more of a winding down process, and not necessarily quitting cold turkey. So please be patient with each other. Best of luck with your upcoming conversation, and please let us know if we can help in any way. Thank you, and get defensive, my friends.